So you're thinking about moving to North Idaho and Rathdrum, Idaho is on your list. Well, you're in the right spot. In this video, we're gonna take you to 3 different neighborhoods in Rathdrum, different price ranges, show you around a little bit so you can get a better idea of what Rathdrum has to offer. We're gonna hit the Lost Creek Estates neighborhood, Brookshire, and Radiant Lake, 3 very unique neighborhoods here in Rathdrum. So stick around to the very end. We've got lots of great information and video for you today. All right, let's go. Hey, if this is your first time to the channel, be sure to subscribe and tap that notifications bell so you can be the first to learn about the current market conditions here in North Idaho. My name is Seth. I'm a former police officer. I work with my wife, Kristen. We get calls, texts, and emails all the time from people just like you trying to get more information about North Idaho. So whether you're looking to move right now or 12 months from now, give us a call, text, or email. We would love to help you make that smooth move right here to North Idaho. All right, let's start out today with one of my favorite neighborhoods here in Rathdrum, and that is Lost Creek Estates. So Lost Creek Estates sits up on the hill on the west side of Rathdrum, kind of overlooking the train tracks and the valley. So if you're fortunate enough to get a spot up there with a view, you have a view of the valley looking east towards Coeur d'Alene and Hayden. It's a gorgeous location. While I'm talking about train tracks, that is something to keep in mind in Rathdrum. Train tracks run through Rathdrum and they're very active. So sometimes you'd be looking at a piece of property and not realizing there's a train track right behind it. So you want to check Google Earth before you go schedule a showing or anything like that. Or just ask me, I'll tell you. Rathdrum population is about 9,100 and it's rated the number 10 best suburb in Idaho. That's cool. It's got niche.com gives it a B rating across the board for everything: schools, crime, housing, diversity, all of that stuff. So B rating's pretty good according to niche.com. So that's something to think about. Lost Creek Estates specifically is 262 acres with 64 building sites. As you can see in the driving video, the homes are very high end. They're beautiful. They're all on big lots, like an acre size lot at least. And one of the cool features about Lost Creek Estates is that it's 160 acres of open space with 3.5 miles of trails cutting through everything. So you have these wooded trails that you can walk through throughout the neighborhood. Lost Creek itself is here, and that is a year-round creek, so you can walk down to that and check that out. There is an HOA here. The HOA is $190 a quarter, and that covers the common area maintenance of all of this green space. So worth it. I mean, it is super quiet up here. It's gorgeous. I'll put the drone up so you can see some drone shots here. It's just like, it's a really peaceful place to live. Price ranges here, they're on the higher end. They're $998,000 to $1.6 million currently. And this is September of 2023 that I'm filming this. So just something to keep in mind. All right, there's Lost Creek Estates. Let's go check out the next one. Here we are in Radiant Lake, which is a community here in Rathdrum, Idaho. I've got Rathdrum Mountain behind me, and you can see the private lake to my back there. This is one of the 5 waterfront parks in Radiant Lake. This is a cool gated community. You've got some houses that are across the street and are not waterfront, but you've got a ton of waterfront houses as well. This is a little man-made lake, but there's a beach, like a white sand beach all the way around it, so you can see paddle boards. You can swim in here. It's not super deep, but you can swim. You can ice skate in the wintertime. So tons of great family activities right here in Radiant Lake. It's, like I said, it's got 5 waterfront parks, basketball, volleyball, sheltered picnic areas, barbecues. So there's a lot going on here. It'd be a cool community to raise some kids in for sure. Tons of summertime activities, wintertime activity as well. Like I said, it's gated, so feels really safe and kind of quiet streets here. The house price ranges are in the $550,000, which is not waterfront, and then there's one listed right now that is waterfront, listed at $1.1 million. Another one in the $900,000s that are both waterfront, depending on size. HOA is $65 a month, which is not too bad to have all of this community space to be able to use. It's kind of a great feature. And there are some condos here as well. Let's see the price on those. So the Cove, 2 are listed at $385,000 and $439,000 for condos. And don't be alarmed if you don't have a waterfront house. You can access the water from one of those 5 waterfront parks that are all community access here. So Radiant Lake, what a cool spot. We'll throw the drone up so you can check out that lake a little better too. All right, on to the next. Last stop of the day, we're in Brookshire neighborhood here in Rathdrum. This one is really centrally located. It's a good spot for starter homes, small families. That is because the prices are a lot more reasonable than the last neighborhoods we checked out. So price ranges here in Brookshire start around $369 for a 1,000 square foot home, and then they bump up to currently at $779. That's a 2,700 square foot home with a big old RV garage, and it's kind of got a modern design to it with some nice amenities. So it's a cool neighborhood, a great neighborhood for families, nice wide streets, quiet. There's a ton of new development. As you can see, there's all these empty lots behind me. There's a bunch on that side of the street. So there's tons of building going on here right now. It's kind of noisy, and that's why. So there'll be a lot of new homes here. There's a lot for sale here currently. A lot will be coming up on the market in the future too. So hopefully it will help keep those price ranges down in the moderate price range where they're actually affordable for most families. The HOA is $30 a month, and that covers landscaping and snow removal here in Brookshire. Thanks again for joining us on this tour of 3 neighborhoods in Rathdrum, Idaho. We took you to Lost Creek Estates, Brookshire, and Radiant Lake, which are 3 very unique and interesting neighborhoods here in Rathdrum. I'm in downtown Rathdrum right now, which is quaint. It's small, it's growing. This is like the historic district. Rathdrum's one of those towns where you have the historic side of it, and then you have a few other commercial areas where there are businesses going on. So like I said, it's a growing city. It's been here a long time, but I think as North Idaho develops, this area has a lot of room left to develop as well. So that's why we're seeing a lot of that growth here. It's a wonderful community. It's a great place to raise your family. It's very centrally located to a lot of things in North Idaho. So it's definitely worth checking out and keep it on your list. And remember, if you're looking to move right now or 12 months from now, give us a call, text, or email. We'd love to help you make that smooth move right here to North Idaho.